In this video, I will be doing the 20 art style challenge with shows and games that inspired me as an artist. This will be my first time making a commentary type of video, so you'll just have to bear with me. While I'm happy with where I stand with my current art style, there are still things I want to improve on. Doing this challenge was a good way for me to experiment with different art styles and learn from them. Also, there will be some spoilers in this video, so you've been warned. Number 2 is Pokemon. Pokemon is actually the reason I ever even got into art. It started from me playing the game, to watching the anime, and then to recreating the art from the cards I collected. I remember when I was 10, I used to draw out small comics of my trainer and show it to my friends who were also into the show at the time. This is basically my comfort game, and I find myself coming back to it every time I need a break. Number 3 is Naruto. Naruto has and will still be my favorite anime of all times. I just love the idea of becoming a ninja and going on missions with my team. I'm gonna be honest here, I only started watching the anime because Team 7 reminded me of me and my 2 cousins that I grew up with, personality-wise. I used to draw small comics of us as ninjas as a kid, but I never showed it to them because it was embarrassing. Who knows, I might share it someday, if I ever find it again, but basically, this show is very dear to me and it brings back memories of my childhood. Number 4 is Miraculous. Okay, so this show is a whole roller coaster. As soon as the characters look like they're getting together, the creator's like, haha, just kidding. The amount of times I've screamed while watching this show is too much to count. But overall, good show. I'm still waiting for season 4 to come out in English so I can have something to binge again, because Cat Blanc absolutely broke me. I know a lot of people were complaining about how it would look better 2D, but honestly, I kinda like it this way. I feel like it's more unique because it's 3D. There are already a lot of 2D magical girl shows out there, so even if they made it an anime, people would still complain, like, oh, it's copying this show or whatever. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Number 5 is Little Witch Academia. Let me just say that I love the art style for this show. Their expressions and the overall animation is just so diverse and unique. I wasn't too hooked to the story itself because I was too busy admiring the art, but if you're into fantasy anime with magical witches, I highly recommend. Number 6 is Adventure Time. This was one of the first shows I watched as a kid that wasn't anime. I love all the characters, and the story is very entertaining even after rewatching it as an adult. My favorite character is Lumpy Space Princess because she's just so relatable. I would always laugh whenever she showed up because she's able to maintain her sassy behavior even when she's about to die, and it's just brilliant. Number 7 is Star vs. the Forces of Evil. The art style for this show is just so cute. I loved how realistic each character's relationships were. Like, it's not one of those shows where a character develops a crush on someone and they immediately fall in love. It's more realistic in that they took a whole 2 seasons being confused about whether or not their feelings were romantic or platonic. And that's just something that really hit deep for me because I used to have that problem back in high school. And just like the characters, I did nothing about them. But hey, who needs those things anyway, am I right? Hahaha. Number 8 is Gravity Falls. Okay, so for those who read my webtoon Creepypasta Life, the 2 main characters, Ruby and Jet, are actually based off of me and my childhood best friend. My friend Jet was actually the one that introduced this show to me, and immediately I got hooked after a few episodes. It's one of those shows where they have the perfect balance of mystery, comedy, and horror. It was because of this show that I liked the idea of having 2 protagonists, similar to Mabel and Dipper. One of them being really nerdy and the other being more aggressive. This is one of those shows that I can go rewatch 10 more times and I would still enjoy it. Number 9 is Ouran High School Host Club. This anime was what sparked my interest in clubs when getting into high school. I wanted to create a club with a group of friends similar to the host club, except since it's an art school, we would geek out about our OCs. Although real life is not like anime, and while we got many people to join, it's just become too hard to manage as a sophomore. Speaking of the anime, Hikaru is my favorite character. It's just the thunderstorm scene where he covers Haruhi with a blanket and puts his headphones on her so she wouldn't hear the thunder. He deserved better. Number 10 is My Hero Academia. I loved this anime when it was first released, but the fandom kinda scared me away. I feel like out of all the styles in this challenge, this one is the most similar to my current style. I actually based the facial structures for this drawing off of Toga because I feel like she's the most similar to Mysona. Mysona was originally made as a creepypasta OC, where she served Slender because she had nowhere else to go, and in return, he lets her stay in the mansion with the rest of the pastas. Unlike my most known OC, Ruby, she has a dark humor and actually enjoys serving Slender. Number 11 is Sailor Moon. Y'all are gonna judge me so hard right now, but I actually never finished Sailor Moon. My first ever magical girl anime was Tokyo Mew Mew, so when I found out about Sailor Moon, it didn't leave as big of an impression. But yeah, I feel like I would have enjoyed it more if I hadn't watched Tokyo Mew Mew first. Okay, so I know Sailor Moon was the first one, but I just didn't have access to the show back then, and I was scrolling through YouTube and I found Tokyo Mew Mew when I was a kid. So that was the first one I watched. Number 12 is Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. This is one of my favorite shows from the cursed year 2020. I can relate to Nene with how oblivious she is at certain times. I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to my social life, so seeing Nene struggle to express how she feels was really relatable. I love the art style and the plot so much. It's one of those shows that are more than meets the eye. While the art style is really cute, it has a lot of messed up scenes that I won't talk about cause spoilers, but definitely give it a watch if you're into horror/romance. Number 13 is Fruits Basket. Fruits Basket is actually the first anime I've ever watched. I found it on YouTube when I was 10 and immediately fell in love with the main character. Toru Honda was very much my role model as a kid. I thrived to be as kind and hardworking as her. Kyo Soma was my first anime crush too. I think that explains why I like tsunderes now. I just think it's really cute when they act like they don't care, but actually they really care. That's like the best trope in shows. Also, I may have cried at least 5 times throughout this show. I recommend this show to people who like wholesome romance animes with somewhat of a dark plot. Number 14 is Puella Magi Madoka Magica, or Madoka Magica for short. This show absolutely broke me. I love the concept of becoming a magical girl and fighting witches in return for having a single wish granted. It really makes you think, is there something you wish for so much to the point where you would sell the rest of your life away? Sayaka was my favorite of the girls because her wish seemed like something 12-year-old me would make. Her wish was for her crush to be healed from his arm paralysis and finally leave the hospital. After he was fully healed due to her wish, he got with one of Sayaka's close friends and completely disregarded her. Which, I don't blame him because he doesn't know about the wish and the fact that she basically sold her life away. But I still find it a bit weird that he completely forgot about the one person that visited him every day at the hospital when he was still sick. But yeah, if you would like to know the rest of the story, I recommend giving the anime a watch. Because if you thought these two are sad, wait till you see the rest of the characters. Number 15 is Demon Slayer. I started watching Demon Slayer because I saw my friends all hyped up about it and making Demon Slayer OCs, and honestly, this anime deserves all the hype it got. I cried almost every other episode, but that's just me being a softie again. The animation and character development are very well done, and my favorite character is Zenitsu because he's a big idiot, and you know, that's relatable. Number 16 is Persona 5. I say Persona 5 specifically because I haven't played the other ones yet. It took my friends a whole 4 years to get me into this fandom because I wanted to play the game myself instead of watching it. But I ended up getting distracted during Futaba's castle and just never touched the game again for the next 3 years. I drew my Sona in Joker's outfit because, let's be honest, who doesn't want to be Joker? A lot of my friends say I remind them of Futaba IRL, personality-wise, but I still don't see it other than the fact that we're both shut-ins. Anyways, Applet, if you're watching this, thanks for recommending this game to me. Number 17 is Tokyo Mew. Like I previously said, Tokyo Mew was my first magical girl anime, and my cringy 10-year-old self thought I was secretly a cat girl after watching this anime. I would buy those dumb cat ear headphones and tail with the bell and everything. Don't worry, I didn't have enough confidence to wear them to school. There's no way I'm wearing that outside of my house. I recommend this anime to people who are into magical girls and cat girls. Number 18 is Doraemon. I remember my dad would always put this on the TV when I was little because it was his childhood, and I guess he wanted it to be mine too. My favorite character from the show would be Doraemon himself because he's always saving Nobi from trouble, and I could really use his time travel machine. Similar to Naruto, I used to picture myself as Nobi and my cousins as Takeshi and Sunio because of how they always teased me as a kid. I like shows where I can relate to the characters because it makes me care more about what happens to them, if you get what I mean. But yes, this show has a special place in my heart and never fails to make me smile. Number 19 is Mikaku City Actors. I originally found this show through my cousin. Here's this channel. This is one of those shows where you fall in love with all the characters, literally, personality, and design-wise. I love all of them. The anime is a bit slow-paced, so it might be boring at first, but trust me, it gets better. Don't forget a box of tissues because boy does this anime just like hurting you. My favorite character is Ene, but it's really hard to choose just one because they're all so precious. Backstory-wise, I like Ene because literally I cried every time when reading the manga. Also, if you're into Vocaloid songs, this is actually made by the same company as Vocaloid, and a lot of their songs are really catchy, so I recommend checking them out. Last but not least, number 20, Genshin Impact. This game is more recent compared to the rest of the series mentioned, but it's currently the only game I've been playing for the past months. I started playing when it first released with a group of friends, and now it's become my new addiction. I'm a clean main because she's literally a child terrorist, and could probably destroy Mondstadt, but hey, it's fine. She has Uncle Kaya to keep her under control. I really like the art style and detail put into this game. Like, I like how every small thing leads to the next, and the amount of attention they gave to the characters. The environment in the game is also really pretty. I highly recommend if you're into MMO type of games and gacha. So yeah, that's my attempt at the 20 art style challenge. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below if you want more of these type of videos. I actually had a lot of fun making this. As always, stay safe and see you next time.